Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's get into this alignment now, extend what we have already learned, make a very good connection to the earth, and we're also going to open up our, which is called the bladder meridian. The bladder meridian is a meridian which is related, which they call, this is like God, I don't know what it's called in English, pararrayos in Spanish, Blitzerblätter of Deutsch. Now this is like when you've got a flash, a thunderstorm, and the flash hits your house, and then you have got this stick on top of the house, and it goes down into the earth, which is like the earthing. This is what our bladder meridian is. It's like earthing us. It's like the connection to let go. So we want to open up this bladder meridian today. Okay, so the first and foremost, we align. We put our feet shoulder width apart. Like we did before. Very good. And then we imagine that we are growing roots into the earth, deeply into the earth. So if you put your feet, I'm just gonna come sideways so you see me. You can just stay looking at me. So you normal, and then you enter into Wuji posture. You invert the pelvis, and you allow yourself to all the organs to like sink into the pelvic, into the pelvis. They're like resting in there. And you have got the back a little bit more rounded, and you push your chin a little bit back, so there is less rounding in the neck. Very good. You imagine that central channel, which is coming in through the crown, coming all the way through the body, coming out of the perineum and anchoring itself in the earth. You've got like a stick right through the middle. And what you start doing now, as you got this stick in your mind, or you maybe can even perceive it in your body, is like the middle axis. You start knocking, you start rotating the body. So you're rotating the body. So from the shoulders, the hands or the arms, they're just hanging off like on strings, like spaghetti. So as you're rotating, you're inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. The arms, they start knocking on your body. There's knocking the back and the front. This movement is called knocking on the door of life. You inhale through the nose and you exhale through the mouth. Very good. One more. And notice here how your bellies, the organs in the belly and the Mingmen in the back is awakening. And notice also that before your arms arrive at the skin is already contracting. This is how you build the Wei Qi, the protective Qi. Very good. And now you extend this to the lungs and kidneys. So you can do it with the open hand. You inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Or you can put soft fists on. One more breath. Very good. Now you just stand still. You return into Wuji posture, normal Wuji posture. The hands are hanging on the side. You can imagine that you've got like a mandarin under your armpits. You just kind of get into this horse stance. That's it. You create space in the fingers. You imagine that you have got like a glass ball between each one of your fingers. They are rounded. There is space. In Qigong, we are creating space in our articulations, in our joints. Very good. Everything is kind of round. Very good. And now we want to increase the warm-up, or increase the connection in our spine, and also the awareness in our spine, and also warm it up. And we're going to do this with the thing which is called spinal cord breathing. So you put your fingers, you put your hands like imagine that you've got like a bird inside your fist. So you don't want to kill it, but you also don't want to let it fly. So it's like a soft fist. Okay. And then what you do is you pull the chest up and you pull the arms back and the head is looking up and you look up. The eyes are open. You look up. And then when you return, you push the hips and pelvis first forward. So the back of the back of your body, this particular part is kind of straight. And then when you have done this, you allow the rest of the spine to roll forward. Okay? So when we're doing this particular exercise, we are not doing this. What we are doing is pushing the hip, pelvis, everything forward. It's like the pelvis inverts even more. Like the pubic bone is starting to point upwards. And then we allow the rest of the body to kind of roll down without pushing it. In Qigong, 70% of your ability is enough. Exhale. Okay, so it's for me, this is always like a question mark. So I inhale and exhale. Okay, observe how this is for your body. Inhale and exhale through the mouth. One more. In and exhale. This time, we are gonna, please be very careful when you do this. So watch this first, but be careful because here you are rotating the spine. So you're rotating the spine, and you turn your head also backwards. And then you come back, do the same as you did before, and then you open up the spine to the other side. Okay? So this is the movement. Exhale. So you inhale here. Now you stay here, exhale. Inhale. And come back, exhale to the center. Other side. Inhale. Stay there, look to the back, exhale. In and exhale. Forward. And again. In. Exhale. Stay. Inhale. And exhale. In. Exhale. In. And exhale. Inhale and relax. Notice how your spine has opened up. We have created space like between each one of the vertebrae. And that's what in Qigong you say the qi flows when the joints are open and when the muscles are not contracted. When the muscles are contracted, then the qi has got difficulties to flow through. So we want to open up the body. We want to make it strong so the qi can flow freely through the body, the life force energy. Okay? So you put your feet again, shoulder width apart. You imagine that you are like collecting an energy from the floor and you're bringing it up to the neck. And at the neck, you interlace your fingers and then you stretch your body up to the top and go on tiptoes. And then you kind of do a little hop and you hop and then sink the arms down. All right, let's try this again. So we collect the arms to the neck. At the neck, we turn the arms around or the hands around, push up, and then we release the arm, you release the fingers, and then you hop and sink down. Okay, let's try this one more time. You bring the arms up, you are like collecting qi. At the neck, you interlace and you start inhaling now. let go in the interlace, and then very good. Let's do a couple of them more. Follow your own breathing pattern. Collect, inhale, and exhale. And one more. In and exhale. Very good. Oh. So, you said upper body. Upper body is lung, chest, arms. So, I'm going to stand sideways. You put your arms, one in front, one in back. Okay? So this one, which is in the front, is kind of leading the exercise. So you are inhaling here, and then exhale. In, ex. You just want to get some movement into the shoulders, and you want to get some energy activation in your body. So you are inhaling here, exhale. It's like similar to what we did before. It's just that this time the arms are moving backward and forward. And here we are working very much with the lung meridian. Exhale, in and ex. Two more. And stop. So you had one arm forward and you were doing the inhales with that arm as you were bringing that arm up. Now we're going to do it the other way around. We're going to put the other arm at the top and the other one in the back. So we are inhaling here and exhaling. Qigong can be very dynamic. It can be also very slow. It can also be very martial. And it can be completely still. And you go into standing meditation where you're building up the force. So you again put your feet shoulder width apart. Observe how you feel. Notice the activation you can feel in your arms, in your shoulders. You want to move those shoulder joints. The older we are getting, the more we need to move our joints because they are cracking up. So we want to warm up the joints first before we're doing like any other exercise. Very good. Now we want to warm up the part between our pelvis, our hips, and the spine. And this we're going to do with the thing which is called the butterfly. So we're putting our hands together. We're going to bring the hands forward in front of our chest, and then we interlace the thumbs. Okay? They're like interlaced now. And they're like pulling, one's pulling left and right. Not too much, 70% or 60% of your ability is enough. And then you bring the arms up, and then you allow the spine to kind of sink towards the side. Important here, again, we are not doing this. We are hurting ourselves. First, you want to lengthen the spine up, and then from there, you're doing like a curve. You're more drawing a C, like the letter C. Inhale to the center and exhale to the side. Very good. Inhale and release slowly. Exhale. Okay. What we're doing here now, we are warming up the joints in the column sidewise, and we are warming up the side body. Okay. Again, we interlace the fingers. Inhale up. And now exhale. First pull up and then exhale. You want to have a rounded curve here. In and exhale. Very good. Inhale to the center and release. Okay. This time, we're going to do the curve. Look at this. So we do the same thing. I go up And now I circle to the side and then I circle forward. The movement is coming from the lower back and then I roll up again. And then I go to the other side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale as I move up. And now we exhale. When we come to the center, we start inhaling through the nose. And you release. Notice how that feels. Good. Let's do that again. We cross our fingers. Now we start with the other side. We just can't remember which side to start. We bring the hands up and then sink to the other side and then make the full circle. Inhale. When you come down here, you inhale and exhale. In, up. And we finish at the other side. Exhale. Inhale. Release. Notice how that feels. Now we're going to clean up the area. Somebody was talking about fear. We're going to clean up the daimai and we are going to clean out the fear as well, connecting to the earth and to the heaven. Okay. So become aware again of the earth, become aware of your roots, the roots which are growing out into the earth. Connect your hands as well to the earth. And you can come into something which is called Wuji earth posture. Can you imagine that you're like standing in the sea to the height of the waist, and then you kind of resting your arms, your hands on the water surface. So it doesn't feel like you have to hold. It feels more like you are resting them on the water surface or on something. Like it holds your arms in position. It's not hard. Very good. And then take this awareness of this soft pull below your hands, and then you kind of push it down into the earth through your leg. Very good. And then you bring it up through the leg. You like move it through the belly, and then you bring it down the other leg. Okay. So here you inhale and you exhale. Now you do it in that way that the leg where you have shifted your weight through, all the weight is in this particular leg. You can lift the other leg and it doesn't really change anything in this particular part of the body. You don't need to lift the leg. It's just so you can feel that all the weight is in one side. So now we are going to imagine that we are inhaling and the leg is kind of inflating as we are inhaling. And now the other leg is deflating, and that's why the body is sinking. You can test here as well if the other one is empty. Perfect. And now you do the same again. You inhale. You bring the earth chi to the belly, and now exhale. You can in and exhale through the nose. The breath is fine and quiet and soft and even and tranquil, deep. Inhale. Exhale. Notice how you are getting each time a little bit more calm, a little bit more connected to the earth, a little bit more aware of the present moment while you are completely relaxed. Exhale. Very good. The leg starts inflating, it pushes the body up, and now this leg starts deflating, and the weight of the body is bending the leg. Exhaling, connecting to the earth. Let's do one more on each side. Bring it to the center. Exhale. In. Relax. Your hands like this, as if you were embracing like a big ball. Called embrace the earth or Bao Qi. So you are kind of connecting to the inner awareness. You're actually connecting to the lower dantian. It's something we're going to learn in the next class. Yeah. And now we're going to lift our hands a little bit higher up, exactly on the level of our waistline, there where our navel is. Very good. And now we're going to put one hand here on the right side of your body. This is where your liver is. You just want to connect yourself to the liver for a moment. And the other side is where we're just going to put it like on the kidneys. Okay? We're just going to become aware. I'm just going to listen into the body a moment. How is the body? Very good. And now we are going to notice if there is like anger, frustration, or things like that in this particular area. And we're going to move it out. We're going to use the sound, which is like shh, when you say shh to a child. So you go inhale and you say shh. You kind of clean out this area. Do it on the same side several times. So you're like pulling it out. And with force, you're pushing it out, kind of. You pause a moment and observe the movement in the waist area. This meridian is called Dai Mai. It's the only horizontal meridian we have in our body. And we put the other hand now on the other side. The left side, this is where we have got our spleen and pancreas and also the stomach here in the middle. This is where our worry is and also maybe low self-esteem. And we're going to use a different sound now. The sound we're going to use is like the wind. Okay? But without the voice. Okay? It goes, we observe, and we shake it out. Very good. Like in the workshop number 4, where we're going to work on the meridians. We're going to clean out every single meridian, every single organ. We're going to do that in the workshop number 4, the one which is called purification and protection. And in workshop number 2, we're going to work on every single one of the organs. So we're going to purify each organ, and then we're going to tonify again. We're going to refill it up with qi. Notice how you feel. Now we want to connect ourselves for a moment to the liver, to the kidneys, and also to our bladder. Our bladder is like in the front here somewhere on the right side towards the middle, I think. But the kidneys are down here in the back. And what we want to do now, we want to put like okay signs onto our hands and just wake up the kidneys. This is where the fear is stored. So we inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Very good. We connect ourselves to our kidneys. Very good. And we're gonna open up the bladder meridian from the kidneys downwards. So we inhale here, and then we knock on the side towards on the back. You knock on the back until you reach the knees. And then you inhale here. And then knock, and you're inhaling, massaging, and then knock down further on the back. Then you go around the feet. And then inhale on the inside, up. Now knock on the hips. And imagine that you're removing from the hips, which is no good for you, and refilling it with good synovial fluid. Very good. You pause, observe. And again, we put the okay signs on the kidneys. Inhale and then exhale. Put your hands onto the back. We're opening up those channels so we can let go better. Inhale, massage, and exhale. Knock here on the quad. This is like the hip crease area. On the hip bone side, inside. Very good. Pause. Come into Wuji posture and observe. Notice if you are able to put a smile on now. Then connect to the earth. The Wuji earth posture. And then we collect this earth energy and open up the chest. And then we close the hands. We like pushing the hands towards each other, and then we sink again. That's it. So imagine that you have got an elastic band tied between your hands and your feet. So when you are pulling up, it feels like there is much more resistance. You come to the height of the shoulder, then you turn your hands around, and now you imagine that you have got an elastic band tied around your hands. So you are opening up. Inhale. And as you are closing down, you now don't want this elastic band to come quickly together. So you are doing it very slowly. And the same here again. You are connecting to the elastic band, which is connected to your feet. Now we're going to try to do this in one breath, counting to 5. I'm going to count you through it. Okay? So you connect and you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's try that again. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Let's do one more. In You're connecting to the earth. You're bringing up the confidence of the earth into your chest area. And now you're opening up your heart to the world, to the humanity. And you allow yourself to close and sink back down, sink within. Let's do one more. In. And exhale. Very good. You're probably sweating a little bit, even though those exercises are very slow and paused. It activates the chi. The chi is that life force energy which is healing just by itself. So we want to become aware of it, and that's what we are doing while we are doing Qigong. We will also become aware that our body belongs to the earth and our mind belongs to the universe, belongs to the space. Connect. Very nice. Now you're going to clean out this fear which somebody was talking about that we needed. I think it was even. Okay. So we collect this earth that you just learned. We bring it up. We connect to this heavenly, to this space which is around us. And then we bend down. We kind of bend down and collect ourselves like a ball, a yellow ball of energy. And then we bring it through our belly into our back. We are bringing confidence into the area where we are lacking it, which is in our kidneys. We are lacking confidence, and that's maybe why fear may develop. And then we put our hands here on the back. And now we're going to clean out the kidneys. The kidney sound is, it's like CHWOOO. It's like when you open up a faucet and the water gushes out. It's this kind of sound. You can also do, okay? So what we do, we come up on the tiptoes and we go. We like pull out the uncertainty, the fear, the no peace situation, like a warring situation in our mind. We just kind of pull it out. So we go up on the tiptoes and we go, we pull it out. I'm going to do it from the side. As you're pulling out, you're making that little hop again. Okay? Notice how you feel. Ooh, very good. And then you bring your arms up to the top, just like we did in the beginning. And now we are cleaning out the central channel again with the S sound, this like a snake sound, like it's from the metal element. Relax. Notice how you feel. Can you shake it out here if you feel like something has loosened and you just want to get rid of it now? Let's do it again. We connect to the earth. Very good. And now we open up our chest. And now with the arms open, we sink down, collect this confidence of the earth. We just bring it up, bring it through our belly into the kidneys. And we put our hands there, come on the tiptoes, and we pull out 3 times whatever there is in there which doesn't serve us. In. When you're doing this, you want to keep your eyes open because we're also expelling through the eyes. Inhale up. And let go. And you can just march in place. Breathe normal. Very good. And the last one we're doing now, before we start circulating the chi. Again, we connect to the earth. We inhale up, open up the chest. We open up to our maximum human potential. And now we bend down, collect, inhale. Tiptoes. Inhale. And last one. Inhale up. And walk. Good. So now we are going to connect. We're going to nourish our vitality, which is located in the lower belly. We're going to nourish the lower belly. We're going to nourish our heart, and we're going to nourish our mind. Let me show you how we're going to do this. First thing is, imagine that you are in a cornfield and it's just before harvesting time, and the corn is about the height of your hands, and then you kind of just caressing the heads of this wheat or whatever corn there is. You're kind of caressing it, collecting this confidence of the earth, this security and self-esteem and trust. You're kind of collecting it, and then you harvest it like this, and then you bring it into the belly, and you're rooting it through the belly into those roots which you have, through the legs into the roots. Okay? So you come up, caressing that cornfield, that connection, this expression of the nurturing and abundance of the earth. And then you collect, and now inhale. Exhale, root it, sink it down. Very good. Then lift the hands up again. Caress. Collect, harvest, inhale. Exhale. Your hands up. Caress again. Bring it into this area. Augmenting, increasing your own vitality. And then you're rooting it through. You're like storing it from in this lower area, and you're storing it in your legs. And whatever you don't need, you just gift it to the earth. Very good. Let's do last one. So you lift your hands up here. You collect. Exhale. In. And exhale. Your hands on your belly a moment. Notice that the ones which are knowing this, we are filling up the lower dantian. We are connecting our lower dantian to the earth force. Good. Now let's connect to the middle dantian. The middle dantian is related to our heart. It's related to the humanity externally and to our compassion and our own emotions and energy. So now we want to connect to this force which is outside of us. So we're going to put our hands in like prayer. This is called prayer wings. So we just put them in this particular posture. And then we push the hands forward and expand to the sides. That's it. And then we bring it back. We inhale. And exhale. Now again, inhale. Expand. This time turn the hands around. You like in a receiving position. Exhale. And now inhale what you are receiving there. Bring it into the heart and root it through the body, into the legs and down into the earth. Very good. Bring your hands back into position. And again, inhale. Exhale. Open up. Prayer wings. Turn the hands around. And now inhale. Bring the highest human potential into your heart, into your chest. Inhaling slowly. This might be emotional, might provoke an emotional reaction to you, but that is okay. This is just a release. Allow it. Sink it down, exhaling. Connect to the earth. Connect to this Mother Earth. Come back into prayer position. Now to the last one. Inhale. Notice that you can breathe better, that you can fill up your chest better. Exhale. Expand. You're like expanding into the room. Turn your hands. Connect to the highest human potential, which is unconditional love, compassion. And now inhale. Bring this into your chest. And sink it down. Anchor it. Anchor it in your body. Anchor it in the earth. Put your hands on or hover your hands in front of your heart for a few moments. Close your eyes here and just observe. Enjoy the flow. And now we're going to make a connection between heaven and earth with the channeling flow. So imagine here that you have got like a sieve, like you've got like a channel here which gets closer here when you come to the head, and then it sinks down, comes to the center of your body, and when it comes to the perineum, it opens up again towards the bottom. It's like an hourglass almost. So you bring up this earth force up, connecting to your heart, and now you connect to the heavenly force, to the universal intelligence. And now you look up, open up to the heaven. Inhale, exhale. And now when you're inhaling, you put your head straight and you bring the connection into your head from the universe. So you're like inhaling, exhaling, looking up. In and X. And last one, in and X. And now you take this connection, inhale, and you bring it through that central channel down towards the earth. and expand it. Imagine that there's like roots growing from here into the earth. You're like connecting. Your whole body is in connection with the earth. And your mind and body and emotions, they are in connection with this higher version of yourself. Inhale and exhale. And again, we're going to do it a little bit faster now. We inhale and exhale. Good. Let's do two more. Let's do it really, really slowly, but continuous. And exhale. Last one. Your hands and just put them here on your belly. You can close your hand. You can close your feet a little bit closer. And you're just like a bamboo in the wind. Observe how you feel. Observe how your body is. Allow the body to move whichever way it needs to. Allow it to stretch or roll or circle. Whatever you feel that your body needs today. Okay. Well, this is the first time some of you are doing this. You're going to sit down now and just observe how you feel. Good. And now, because I don't know if I'm ever going to see you again, I'm going to, some of them which are new, I'm going to gift you a chi ball. Chi ball which you can take with you. So we're going to put our hands opposite each other. You can rub them first. So create yourselves an energy ball. And you want those palms to look at each other. You want to kind of become aware if there is some sort of a resistance in between the hands. Now, some people say, I can't feel any resistance, but it's because you are within your ball. You have to open up your hands and observe where the resistance is. Okay, sometimes the resistance is like it's got several levels. Sometimes the resistance it's like a galaxy, so it's got like several arms. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up our hands and then we're going to close our hands. And the movement comes from the wrists and the elbows. The hands are just feeling into it. So inhale and exhale. The hands are just feeling for the chi. They're just feeling for that energy resistance between your hands. You're probably going to feel several layers. You just allow yourself to explore it. Inhale and exhale. For example, feeling one here, but I go further in and see if there's any more. There's another one here I have. There's one here. So you just figure out or just feel through it. Inhale and then exhale. You kind of allowing the hands to pull together, knowing that there is something in between them. And there's going to be one of those layers, which is going to be more attractive to you than all the other layers. And that's the layer with which you want to work today. So you inhale again. And then rest on that layer which was most attractive to you. Mine is out here. If you're not sure, you can do one more. You can just go one more time in And then you exhale, sorry. Now inhale. And observe, where's your layer? Mine is definitely here today. So I collect this particular layer and I'm going to activate this layer. Normally, if you've got a layer and it's not comfortable for you to work with it, you can just condense it to a size which is nice for you to work with. But I personally just want to do it out here today because I find it so interesting that it's out here. So what you do, you're holding your ball here and then you inhale, hold your breath, and then pulse 3 times on the ball. 1, 2, 3. And then imagine that you are exhaling into that ball from your chest, from your heart. I'm going to condense mine now. Very good. And now turn the ball vertically. So your one hand is up on the top and one is below. Now you inhale again. Hold your breath. Pulse 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And exhale from your chest into the ball. Try to put a smile on your face. Now you circulate it again. This time the hands, they stop when they are kind of diagonal from each other. Inhale. Pulse 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And again. Exhale from your heart into the ball. Very good. And then just start. Allow yourself to circle for a few moments this ball. Always the palms being opposite. Maybe you can observe how your ball is, what color, if it has a color, if it's transparent, if it's solid, if it is cold or warm. As you advance in the Qigong course, the colors, they're gonna start telling you what things are. According to the 5 element theory. Very good. And when you have it ready, notice that there is like a pearl right in the center of this ball. It's like the center, it's like a connection to the outside. And you can also see like the energy from that center ball connecting to the outer ball. Maybe you know those balls which have got like electricity in them, like blue rays in there. So this is how our ball looks as well. We've got that center condensed chi, very powerful. And now we're going to bring this ball in front of us and we're going to do like a water wheel. That means we are bringing it up to the back of our spine and then like rolling it upwards like a water wheel. And then we circulate it forwards. And this ball is kind of nourishing our body. It's nourishing our spine, which we worked a lot today. You inhale it up and you exhale it down. You're just basically nourishing the entire body. Everything is getting filled up. Everything is getting nourished. Inhale up. Exhale down. You can do 2 more very slowly, allowing your breath to guide the movement. The breath is inaudible. It is calm, relaxed, deep, even. Put your hands now, rest them on your lap, and then continue circling the ball around you, visually, just with your intention and your breath. Notice how the ball sinks into your hands. You've got it in your hands again. And now we are going to condense it. You're going to take it and you're going to push it together. You're going to make it smaller and smaller until it's the size of a pearl, so it can fit into our belly button. We can circulate it, we can push it together, we can put our intention into it, we can will it to condense. We are building qi, we are doing nei gong. This is like internal martial arts. And then we move into nei dan. We're doing inner alchemy. So we have got now like a little pearl in our hands. You probably can feel the warmth. I'm going to try a little experiment. Put the hands together and notice the ball, the little pearl floating in your hand. It's right in the center. And now open up your hands and notice in which hand is the ball. Where is it? Is it left or is it right? Very good. And then you take this ball and you put it right into your belly button. Put the other hand on top. And then you do a reverse breath, pulling that pearl inside the center of the body. And then sink it down into the lower dantian. Sink it into the center of your belly. And allow yourself just a minute to nourish, to enjoy, to observe, to introspect. And now you can come up on the right and down on the left. You following the movement of your large intestine. So you come up on the right, go down on the left, and you just start circulating touching your body, circulating here or spiraling like 24 times or 12 times or 36 times, a certain amount of multiplications of 12. And just imagine that you are sharing this nourishing qi with your bones, with your skin, with your ligaments, with your every part of your body, your cells, your blood, with everything. Very good. And normally you want to do this when you are in the bed. You just want to really give yourself a massage. Just really enjoy it. And once you're finished with your number, say it was 24, then you want to go on the other side. So now you go up on the left and go down on the right, and you're spiraling. Your spiral becomes smaller. You're closing off the gate, the portal. So you're like closing. Very good. And now we have closed our gate. We observe how we feel compared to when we started. Observe if this smile on our face is coming out now. We put our hands together and we say thank you to each other, to every person who is in this class now. To every person which is in this class. Then we say thank you to all our teachers, to the ones which are present, the ones in the past, and the ones in the future. And then we say thank you to our ancestors. We say thank you to ourselves, our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, and the entire line of people which was necessary so we get the gift of this body we have. Thank you so much.